Hello everyone, Performance and Effectiveness Coach Keith Young back once again with another Life Changers conversation. In this conversation, I'd like to talk to you about the huge difference between behaviors and intentions. Now, I've had several sessions with clients over the past few years talking about this very specific topic, and it's always a topic that enlightens them and that light bulb goes on in their head after they understand the difference between their intentions and behaviors. Now, I'm sure you've probably heard the old phrase before, the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. Hearing that as a child, I often wondered, just what the heck does that mean? But as an adult, I completely understand it now. Now, I know that many people think that their intentions are good, and that should be worth something, shouldn't it? Well, there's one major problem with that concept in that no one can see your intentions. The thing that they can see is your behavior. So let's just explore this a little bit deeper. Just what do intentions represent? Intentions represent the motivation and the attitude behind your actions. You can have the best motives in the world, but if your behaviors is not communicated in a clear manner, then things will be misunderstood. There's no one that has the ability to read your mind, even though sometimes it may seem possible, especially your spouse. By simply having a good intention does not compensate for having misunderstood behavior. Even though you may have the best of intentions and your motives may be good and pure, your misunderstood behavior will override all of that. Let me give you an illustration on this. Let's say, I currently do live in Phoenix, Arizona, and Interstate 10 goes right through in the middle of a lot of the cities here. And let's say my intention is to drive to Los Angeles, California, which is west of Phoenix on Interstate I-10, and I-10 will take me right into LA. Well, I start my journey out heading north on I-17, which will take me through Flagstaff and eventually get to the Grand Canyon. Now, I can ask God for his prayers to watch over me and have a safe trip, even bring some snacks for me along the way. The only problem is I'll never get to Los Angeles going in that direction. My behavior does not match my intentions. The good intentions that I have to go to LA are worthless because I'm heading in the wrong direction. So, should you take the word intentions out of your vocabulary? Could your intentions be totally worthless? Well, they very well could be if your behavior and actions do not match your intentions. So let's say your intentions need to be followed up by matching actions. If you owe someone money and you promise to pay them by the first of the month, you may have every intention on paying them. But then something happens during the previous month in which you cannot fulfill your action. You can even write yourself a note, talk to this person, talk to them before the first comes up saying you're intending to pay them by the first. The person who is waiting to receive the money is only looking for one thing. They are looking for you to fulfill your promise to pay them just like you said. They may even be counting on that money. Now, that unexpected event that occurred may cause you to be unable to pay what you intended and promised, and the reason may even be understandable and legitimate, but there is no one that can read your intentions. They only see your behavior. So the old saying applies here, actions speak louder than words, or in this case, intentions. Most people want others to judge them by their intentions, yet we usually judge other people by their behavior. I think it would be better to judge ourselves by our behavior rather than our intentions, and to judge other people by their intentions. Unfortunately, that is not the way most people see it. We often try to explain to another person from our perspective. You probably have said something like, I thought you would understand what I was trying to do and my intention was, or my intention was that you would take it this way, as I did not mean to communicate that in an offensive way. Or you could maybe say something like this: I know that I promised to pay you by the 1st, but something came up that I could just not come up with the money, even though I intended to pay you by the 1st. Some of you have probably used statements similar to that and similar to those, but, well, I've used some myself in similar fashions. The fact is, your intentions do not matter. You can make all the promises in the world and have the very best of intentions, but in the end, people are going to watch and judge you on what you do in your actions. God will judge you on your actions, not your intentions someday. That is why the old saying is, the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. Doesn't matter. So my encouragement to you would be to ask yourself if your behavior and your actions is actually demonstrating your intentions. There isn't anyone that can read your mind, and there's no one that has any clue what your intentions are. Even if your intentions are to keep your word, they must still be backed up by the right behavior to keep your word and the quality of your actions. I would like you to consider this concept for just 1 week to implement into your personal life. If you do, you will be amazed and begin to see your relationships grow, become healthier, and you begin to understand the difference between your intentions and your behavior. If your behavior will demonstrate integrity, honesty, character, commitment with dealing with others, they will begin to know that you have good intentions. As another saying goes, the proof is in the pudding. This is Performance and Effectiveness Coach Keith Young signing off until the next time. And remember, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. It is up to you to create the best life possible. Wishing you much abundance and prosperity.